So, in this urgent briefing, Colin Douglas Macgregor lays out a pretty stark scenario for Eurasia, saying the biggest threat of the century is like just weeks
Yeah,
away, right?
yeah, it's wild. What exactly is he warning us about?
Well, he's painting a picture of a dangerous shift unfolding across Eurasia, especially with the ongoing Ukraine war. He mentions over 1 million casualties, and Moscow's now planning not only to end their involvement in Ukraine decisively, but also to like pivot their military focus toward the Caucasus region.
Interesting pivot. So, Moscow is basically taking a strategic turn toward the Caucasus? That sounds like it could really shake things up.
Exactly, and it gets even more layered. McGregor suggests that Azerbaijan, with backing from Israel, Turkey, and even the US, is positioning itself as a kind of covert operations launchpad. They might even be setting the stage for an invasion into
Right.
northwestern Iran.
Wait, so Azerbaijan is playing a double game here? I mean, it's quite a bold move, having such major powers involved on their side.
Yeah, it's like a geopolitical chess match on steroids. On one hand, you've got Russia and Iran feeling the heat, and on the other, you have NATO aligned powers pushing their own agendas. The stakes are incredibly high.
Indeed, that sounds like something straight out of a movie. But what about the details behind these covert operations? How are they supposed to work?
Well, McGregor talks about using covert drone strikes and other stealth tactics. It's not just small scale skirmishes. He draws historic parallels with World War II and even the Ottoman era. He argues that the buildup isn't just about Ukraine anymore, it's a multi front pressure cooker.
Historic parallels, huh? I can see why someone might find that compelling. But don't you think comparing modern drone warfare to, say, World War II military maneuvers might be a bit of a stretch?
I get what you're saying, but think of it like this. It's drawing on historical lessons to warn that these kinds of escalations have happened before when multiple powers are involved, and sometimes the technology just updates the old tactics.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, fair point. So, let's talk about the overall chessboard here. Who's really the big player in this, according to McGregor?
That's where it gets really interesting. He suggests that while the Ukraine war has been a primary focus, the real game is shifting towards strategic areas like the Caucasus and even parts of Iran. It's like Russia is forced into a multidimensional conflict that's stretching their resources thin, and NATO, alongside other allies, is maneuvering to capitalize on this.
Right. So, in a way, it's not just a regional conflict anymore, but a broader global power contest?
Exactly. It's like each move on this board is interconnected. The involvement of major powers like the US and Israel backing Azerbaijan adds another layer to the complexity. This isn't just about territory, it's about influence and the balance of power across critical regions.
I gotta ask though, isn't there a risk that by playing this high stakes game, all sides could end up in a full blown escalation? It almost sounds like a powder keg waiting to ignite.
Absolutely, and that's pretty much his central thesis. McGregor warns that a major escalation is imminent, with the potential for covert operations to spiral into overt military actions, particularly in the Caucasus and near Iran. The urgency in his tone suggests that we're hastily nearing a tipping point.
Yeah, right, and we've seen tensions rise when there's so much pressure on multiple fronts. How do you think this could impact the global order?
Well, it's sort of like a domino effect. One move in Eurasia could lead to cascades in alliances and reconfigure global power dynamics. If WW2 lessons are in play, any miscalculation could mean great instability, not just regionally, but globally.
True. That's a sobering thought. And given all this, do you think international powers are truly prepared for what might be coming?
I'm not sure they are. McGregor implies that there's a serious underestimation of the strategic shifts happening. Systems that were built around old paradigms might not be agile enough to deal with this sudden pivot, leaving room for critical vulnerabilities.
So essentially, if the current power structures don't adapt quickly, we could see an explosive reordering of alliances and battles, right?
Exactly. And what's chilling is that all this might unfold in a matter of weeks. It raises the stakes enormously for policymakers and military strategists who now have to consider clandestine moves in the Caucasus alongside the traditional fronts.
Yep. Do you think Macgregor's perspective might be a bit alarmist, though? I mean, predicting escalation within weeks is quite a statement.
That's a good point. There is a risk of hyperbole, but his credentials as a colonel and his experience in military strategy add a level of gravitas. Although, sure, some might argue that the situation is more nuanced.
Yeah, I get that. It's like a debate between realism and strategic brinkmanship. One side demands immediate caution, while the other might be more measured.
Exactly, and that tension is part of what makes the current global environment so unpredictable. The briefing challenges leaders to confront the fast approaching threat before it escalates into something unmanageable.
So, to sum it up, we're looking at a geopolitically volatile situation with rapid movements from Moscow, a reconfigured role for Azerbaijan, and potentially explosive actions in regions like the Caucasus and Iran, all playing into a broader contest among global powers.
Right on. It's a high stakes, complex chessboard where every decision counts, and with timing being so critical, the next few weeks could really reshape our understanding of global security.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a situation to keep an eye on. Thanks for breaking it down so clearly. It's a lot to digest.
No problem. Sometimes these big geopolitical shifts, they kind of sneak up on us, so it's important to understand the underlying dynamics.
Absolutely. Let's hope our global leaders are as quick on the uptake as they need to be. This has been a fascinating deep dive.
Indeed, it has. And let's stay tuned as more unfolds in this volatile chess game across Eurasia.
Right.